Hello, I'm Captain James D. Kirk. Let's start. No way. I'm not Captain James D. Kirk. I'm TruthSurge. You're watching Atheist Edge.
All right. So what we're gonna do is an old standby that I like to do called Rando Calrissian. Pick a number between 1 and 100.
Duh. 69.
I can't believe, how has this never been asked? All right, ready? What would a world populated by clones of you, a world populated entirely of Carl Merritts, what would that look like? Would it be a better world or a worse world, and why?
Well, by definition, it would be a world completely involved in incest.
Well, yeah.
I know it's kind of a biblical thing, isn't it? You know, you've got Adam and Eve and, the two kids, and somehow, some way, we go on from there.
All right, assuming there's a female version of you that you could actually keep repopulating, but all the male versions of you, what kind of everyone on Earth has the same temperament, personality as Carl Merritt. Would it be a better world, though?
So basically, me as a hermaphrodite, so that I could literally fuck myself. I would never leave the house ever.
You'd be the cat on a Red Dwarf.
Most people,
well, I think,
reference. And so many people have told him to fuck himself already. It would just be like normal day for him.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
It's like duh.
You as Fleshlight, you could do it.
I think probably you take things a little less seriously in this world. You wouldn't get so involved in, the drama du jour. The thing that you were talking about with your beer and how that whole thing is going around. I think there's probably an issue with it. I'm not a fan of any kind of disease. You look at the flu and the number of deaths that are associated with that. This thing could be bad, but it's not a God is dead and the war's begun kind of catastrophe. It's not the zombie apocalypse. It kind of reminds me of the people that are afraid to fly, and they don't really get that the trip to the airport is more likely to kill you.
Statistically, you are correct by a big margin. Yeah.
So, I think it would be, having a passion for life. I mean, I enjoy doing things. I have a great time. But the drama about wringing your hands and getting in the fetal position, crying like a Swiss schoolgirl, no, there wouldn't be as much of that going on.
You have a 1 in 77 chance of dying in a fatal car accident as an adult. Did you know that? That's fucking crazy.
Getting into the fetal position, I call that making out.
Wow, what do you?
Well,
okay, that's.
You sound like the old
Traverse
guy saying, "Honey, I'll be home later. I'm stopping off for a cold one after work," and it's the morgue.
But if the world were completely populated by Carl Merritts, we wouldn't have to worry about the Orange Menace.
Yeah.
So that would be. That would be a win-win.
There would definitely be a different approach on that.
The tangerine twat. What is
the tangerine twat?
Yes, that's a Carl Merritt. You can quote that one.
The orange blender is a peacock.
I always say the Mandarin Mussolini.
Oh God, I tell you, that's another thing that I just don't understand how people fall for this shit. It appears now that he's going back after Biden now that it looks like he is coming back up.
Mm-hmm. But it's guys like
the idea.
He from the get-go, Tilden has been one of the guys in our little collective, in our group, that has said from the beginning to not normalize this. He's been the most avid, outspoken advocate against the current administration. And whenever anyone in our Metroplex Atheists, our local atheist organizations, try to normalize this, he's the one that said, "Listen, guys, this fucking isn't normal. It's going to go back to normal. Don't normalize this shit.
Did you see that little red dot get on my forehead just then?
No, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, dude. You've done a lot just for Dallas-Fort Worth, just for keeping people sane to not normalize this shit.
It's fine. It's nice to know, but
Well,
I don't want to be on somebody's list, though.
the idea that you can go after Hunter Biden because he profited from his family name, and you've got Eric Trump in your family. I mean, it's just it's like a crack whore making fun of a high school kid losing their virginity on prom night.
Uh-oh.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is insane.
I know TJ's not in our crew anymore, but I'm about to channel him a little bit. Here's the voice. Here's an opposing viewpoint, so to speak. Have you seen a photo of Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and the CEO of Burisma playing golf together, though? Now, I'm legitimately asking you, why would Joe even be playing golf with that guy?
I have no idea. What I do know is that these allegations have been looked into in the past. And I've seen absolutely nothing that would indicate that there was any kind of corruption that's going on. Again, what you're talking about is the crack whore and the kid losing his virginity. Are you really going to look at Trump and say, oh, well, here's the guy that I want to get my moral guidance from?
Oh, God. Can you imagine?
I think that the only thing I hope is that Joe Biden can get some coaching for the debates that are coming up. I want him looking at Trump and saying, let me give you some advice, Don. When you go to jail, because that's inevitable, you need to lighten up on the orange makeup just a little bit. It's going to make for an easier stay for you when you go in. It's just crazy.
It would be better if, I think both of them, to be completely honest, are suffering from a certain level of cognitive decline. I don't think Biden so much as Trump, but both of them are definitely declining in their older age. I don't know why the younger candidates didn't get, okay, for whatever reason, but choosing between two people that are in a significant cognitive decline, true.
That scares me. That does scare me.
I would vote for a grilled cheese sandwich over Trump, but still, Biden is not our best choice.
I can see a good reason to have that that picture of them playing golf, because Biden can look at Don and say, "Hey, what's your golf score?" That's
okay.
That's in this presidential nomination. Let's go out to the golf course and let's see who.
Yeah, Trump lies about his golf score, though.
Whoever gets the best score wins the nomination. I shot a 69 over there in Poland the other day. Only went on the golf course one day.
Yep, true.
Oh. I think the better question on this, because it is kind of weird that of all the people that were running for president, you end up with three possibilities all in their 70s. White guys all in their 70s.
Yep.
I wonder why there's not more discussion.
Two white guys and an orange guy.
Well, yeah, or whatever, alien he came from.
I don't want to put
a
gender. I don't want to put a gender, sex, or an age on there, because that could be bigotry, because they could be ageist. Like Sanders. Sanders is almost as old as either of them, right? I still think
he's oldest.
He's not older than Trump, is he?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's 78. He's 78. Biden's, I think, 77.
73.
Really?
And Trump is
okay.
Even younger than that, I think.
Even still. Well, what's the average life expectancy of a U.S. male? 80, 78? Yeah, so, yeah, that's a factor. Yeah, that's a factor. Yeah,
Depends on if
true.
Depends on if you're.
But what I was going to say is, I mean, you're saying don't bring gender into it and don't bring age into it. I'm a little disturbed that we couldn't get what I consider to be smarter people, and I honestly would prefer a different gender. I mean, we've got a population that's a tad over 50% female.
Yep.
Why the hell? I mean, there's nothing wrong with Amy Klobuchar, with Elizabeth Warren.
With Hillary Clinton.
Not to mention the other females that have been in the race. In my mind, I liked Buttigieg the best.
Yep.
But, you know, as you say.
That's who I voted for on early voting.
I voted for Sanders, but my finger was hovering over Tulsi Gabbard for a long time. Now, I will tell you this. I'm not for forced diversity. I'm not going to vote for a woman just for a woman's sake. If that is the best candidate. Now, Tulsi Gabbard was my nominee. I knew she had no shot in hell, so I went ahead and voted for Sanders. I wasn't thinking about, at no point did I consider Tulsi Gabbard's reproductive plumbing in my decision to vote for her. I don't care. Anytime you force diversity, like Star Wars Episode 8, which ruined, don't get me started. Anyway, sometimes forced diversity is Streisand effect. It counters. Do you see what I'm saying? It goes against what it's even trying to do. If you try to force skin color and try to force gender into a system, you're gonna defeat your own cause.
So you're saying
I think
that
merit based. Tulsi Gabbard.
Well, I think for that reason, I should be president. There is no one more merit than me. Let's be honest.
That's true.
Carl Merritt.
You even got an extra.
It is merit based, 100%.
You don't think Warren was worthy of it? I mean,
Warren kind of, and I know this is very minor compared to all the shit Trump has ever done. This is totally minor, but that line about her ancestry was just kind of got to me. And if you're going to have a lack of integrity about your ancestry and your heritage, what else are you going to lie about? I know it's very minor compared to Trump. It's nothing. It's a blip on the radar. But the fact that she boasted about her Native American heritage kind of got to me a little. Don't get me wrong. She's fucking capable of shit, and she would make an excellent president. And I'm probably just nitpicking.
I don't want to stop people at the door because of their diversity or their gender or their color from running for the highest office in this land. That's what this land is supposed to be about. If you want to be a president, run for president.
But it should make no difference. Like Buttigieg.
Yeah. If
he wasn't a corporate shill, and I've learned so much about him, there's no way in hell I would ever vote for him. Mm-hmm. And I would mock people that do vote for him. But would it be awesome to have the first gay president ever? I'd be able to tell my grandkids about it. Fuck yeah, it'd be.
Well, probably the first out of the closet gay president.
Oh, true.
Who knows if there weren't some that were in the closet?
Yeah. But
J. Edgar Hoover would know.
Well, he was a transvestite. Well, he dressed as a woman, but I think he was straight. I think he was a heterosexual. Okay. I think he just dressing as a woman.
He was a president, though. So.
Yeah.
My point is, I don't think you have to shoehorn anybody into an office because of their gender. I think you've got people that are way, way, way better than what we're going to have as the options now. That we, for some reason or another, passed on. Mm-hmm. To think that Warren was not absolutely qualified to be president is absurd. I mean, yeah, I get the thing about the line about the Native American heritage, but come on. I mean, in the grand scheme of it all, that seems so very minor.
It is, because for Trump, that would just be a Tuesday for him. I mean, he does
that would be a Tuesday morning.
He says more in a week that pales that in comparison. Yeah, it's true. Sure.
Just like this latest thing where, oh, it's not that big a deal. People are going to get over it. People are going to go to work. Wait. Are you really suggesting people that are sick go to work?
Yeah.
That's your plan?
When his own Center for Disease Control says the virus, which we cannot name or we will get demonetized, is 3.7% nationwide right now. And he goes, I don't like that number. That number doesn't seem, I have a hunch that it's way under 1%. Fuck your hunch, buddy. And when he directly goes against his own staff, his own experts. Oh, okay. Don't get me started.
Well, the thing that I thought was hilarious about this is I think it was yesterday, he was planning to go to the CDC and then cancel the trip. And then you found out that it was because they thought someone at the CDC had this disease, had the virus, and he canceled the trip because he didn't want to be around anybody that might have had it. But then when they found out he tested negative, or she tested negative, then we're back on. Now let's rock and roll and let's wear the MAGA hat. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
Is it wrong to wish for him to get the freaking bug?
I was just going to say, somebody needs to tell him that the White House staff and the staff at Mar-a-Lago are now at 4% apiece. And where's he going to go?
Good point.
Yeah.
And the guy he put in charge of controlling this is an evangelical who is anxiously awaiting the end times.
Yeah, half pence.
So Mike Pence is an evangelical who is pro-Israel, who is counting the days until Jesus comes back and Armageddon and the end times and the rapture. And it seems like a virus like this would be exactly what he wants to happen. And that's who's in charge of what's going on.
He's not president, so he's going half pence.
He has such a great track record on public health issues. Back when they had the AIDS problem in Indiana, and they wanted him to do a needle replacement program, his response was, "I need to go home and pray on it."
Yep, I remember that.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't doubt it.
Oh,
It's
mother had to be
ridiculous.
with him too for him to.
Oh, yeah. Carl, pick a number between 1 and 100.
Again?
Yep.
64.
Beatles.
What is your worst habit on camera?
Besides masturbating?
Oh God! Oh God! I knew that was gonna. I knew I set him up. I set him up for just a little softball, didn't I?
I'm glad I had my eyes closed when you said that.
Yeah, well, it's because I don't have a wide-angle lens on the laptop, so you can't really get the full effect. That's the thing that I find disturbing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have asked this before, and it was a Reformed Episcopalian deacon, and he said he stutters too much, and he doesn't like the way he looks. He thinks the camera adds 10, 15 pounds, so it makes him just like me, because I'm a fat fuck. But every time I see myself on camera, I feel like, man, look at you, disgusting. You need to fucking not eat all tomorrow. So that's mine. Is I look at myself, I'm like, dude, you need some intermittent fasting. You need to actually maybe get out and start hitting the sidewalk a little bit.
Are you bulimic or are you anorexic?
No, I just need to lose about 40, 50 pounds. So that's mine. But yeah.
We
can go jogging tomorrow.
No, we can't.
I'll pace you in the car. I'll drive the car.
Because I'm not going to even see noon. I might wake up before noon. Okay. Probably not, though.
All right.
Speaking of, all right.
I think we're all kind of in that range of somewhere between abandoned donkey thin and orca fat. I'm comfortable. I feel like I'm still on the thinner side of the orca fat, but it is what it is, and you move forward.
So what's your worst habit on camera besides masturbating, of course? What's the second worst then? And why do you call that your worst one? Don't you perform the best like that?
I think where I'm at my best is when I have an idea of what I'm going to be doing beforehand so I can prepare for it. I think sometimes I pause too much if we're just asking questions because I want to be thoughtful about it. And sometimes I don't think that makes for the best video.
Oh, you overthink things?
On camera, because when you ask a question, I really want to give a thoughtful answer, unless it's just a one-off.
Yeah, but sometimes a spur of the moment, like impromptu, first thought. Sometimes that's thank you. Sometimes that's better. And I've been doing this
for all this time that people have accused me of not having filters. I do have a story for you.
You're a comedian. You should not have a filter. If you did have a filter, that would be a problem.
Well, wait for this. Buckle the fuck up, homeboy.
Ready?
As you know, my mother died the day after Christmas. So yes, I'm going to go there.
Nice.
So I've been spending a lot of time in East Texas, taking care of the things that have to be taken care of. She was at an assisted living facility in San Augustine, Texas. And so you'd have to get rid of a lot of 86-year-old woman shit from a room. So I've been down there, and I would say 75% of the people have some form or fashion of cognitive problem going on. So every time
Dementia,
I would leave
senility, or Alzheimer's.
Yeah. So every time I would leave a room, someone would come over to me and say, "Oh, who are you and who are you visiting?" And I had met them 30 minutes before. So I'm repeating the story over and over and over again. And they say the same thing. "Oh, she's in a better place." Well, no shit. She was in an assisted living facility in San fucking Augustine, Texas. The bar's really fucking low on being a better place than where she was.
That's funny. That's funny. That's humor. I'm laughing right now.
When people think comedy is difficult to write, sometimes all you have to do is be there. I had to go and talk to the county attorney about getting her will probated. And it's not like there was anything to it really, but just to even shut down a cell phone, to get a bank account closed, you got to probate the will. So I make my appointment, and 10 o'clock on a Friday morning, the guy rolls in, dressed kind of like I am now. I mean, it's got a flannel shirt, blue jeans, looks like he hadn't shaved in 2-3 weeks, had the straight out of bed hair going on. He walks in and he sees me, he says, "Come on back. I'm mighty sorry to hear about your mama. Now, I apologize about the way I'm dressed, but after we finish here today, I'm going hog hunting." You want to go with me? Yeah, I don't say anything, but my only internal question is, the fuck? Maybe,
Oh God.
Maybe we should have a little chit chat about my mother's will. But I am in San Augustine, and maybe a little journey through the forest with some hillbilly from Deliverance going out to murder a terrified mammal may be the best way to start off my weekend in San Augustine. It's just, how is this even possible that you run into this kind of shit, but you do?
His name wasn't Cheney, was it?
No, I didn't get shot.
The younger crowd's not going to get that reference.
Who cares? If he gets
Dick Cheney shot a guy in the
he may
face
be
once on a
safe.
hunting
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's funny shit.
Sorry.
That's Carl Merritt, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we got time for maybe 2 more. Pick a number between 1 and 100.
Oh, let's say 21, you know, get more into a dating
Oh, we're in the age bracket of the women that you date now. Okay, I see that. Come on. That was,
Before you ask the question, I do have to tell you about what happened with the last gal that I went out with.
was she 21? You're like
Ish.
60, right? Are you about 60?
Ish.
What are you?
I'm
What?
64.
64. Okay. And just for the viewers, you might find it great. It might be very uncomfortable for you, but Carl does date women that are extremely lower in age than him.
I think this one was younger than me.
If you find that to be a problem, because I know about your ex that was into Disney films, do you want to? You've already talked about it on camera. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, this is almost the same kind of thing because we went out a couple of times and I said, you know, this isn't going to work out. We just don't have enough in common. And, you know, I want to be sensitive about this because I know it's got to be difficult for a gal to have a guy older than her father say, "You're basic." And
I've
so
heard okay boomer, but I've never heard okay millennial.
So anyway, she got upset and her response was, and I promise this is what she said. Well, you're like totally obsessed with paper words.
With what?
Paper words.
Paper words?
Paper words.
Oh, wait, you mean books?
Oh no! Please no!
Yeah.
Please no! That's not what. Is that?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God! Paper words.
Paper words.
Okay.
I've never. Okay.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, that's the
She's
first
worried
for
about
me.
getting paper cuts or what?
I mean, it's not like she'd been out of college for very long. So she knows what a book is, but
Oh,
this is from her perspective. Everything is on a screen.
that
So if you
that really
actually read
sickens
a
me.
book,
Hmm.
I know.
now
She doesn't know what she's missing because you know those pages can stick together every once in a while if you're doing it right.
But that's only pornographic books for me.
yeah. And not Hustler or Playboy Penthouse. It's got to be like Score or Girls of Double D.
Jugs.
It's going to be Jugs.
Yeah.
Jugs magazine. Yes, that's what does it. Okay, so you said 21, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay,
You
so
said 21.
no, he just said 21. But
Okay.
so I'm going to give you a little preface. It's not in here, but okay. So we can all agree, Carl, you, me, and Tilden. We live here in Texas, deep red Bible Belt. We can agree that atheists are, to some extent, persecuted in our society. Me personally, I've had my car keyed. I've had my car keyed in a Walmart parking lot. I've had my Darwin fish pulled off my bumper, broken, and put back on my bumper, laid there. I've been fired from 2 jobs, specifically because I'm an atheist, because they found out. One was from a public school system, and the other from a security company in Dallas. So we get persecuted. We can all agree on that?
I was just going to ask you a question. That wasn't from a jealous wife?
No, this was faith-based discrimination. So we can all agree that we as atheists, to some extent, feel persecution.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question to you is, can this persecution against us atheists in the deep red Bible Belt states ever be compared to what blacks or females go through in any sense? Hypothetical, a white atheist in the heart of rural Bible Belt Texas, which is us, and a black undergraduate at, say, Grambling State University.
Is he also an atheist or she atheist?
In this hypothetical, let's just say,
No.
I think in this context, we have an intelligent black man or woman
Mm-hmm.
attending a predominantly black college,
Okay.
in a predominantly black area.
Okay.
So I guess what this question is trying to get at is,
White atheist.
do we as old white pasty frumpy males, but we're atheists,
Speak for
do
myself.
we, all right, do we,
Thank you.
Mhm.
is there even a chance to compare our persecution to maybe a black person who's in a more privileged
No, I don't think
social class?
I don't think we'll ever get hung from a tree or
Oh, good point.
or
Well, no one gets
tar-
hung from trees
tar and
anymore.
feathered or
Yeah, but that's old. No one gets.
segregated from where we live or
Yeah, but
whatever,
no one gets lynched anymore. That's
as
gone.
far as we know.
No one gets lynched anymore. Have you heard? When's the last lynching you heard?
Well, not from a tree, but
And guys, viewers, don't fucking start the hate comments. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. All right.
No,
All
I
right.
understand what you're saying, but I don't think there's any even remote similarity between the kind of prejudice that may come against an atheist and the institutional structural racism and sexism that others have to deal with. I think you and I were very, very young when we realized we were atheist. I've gone through life, and yeah, I've been fired from a gig, but honestly, I don't give a monkey's fuck what people think about me.
And
So my life isn't going to get changed one way or the other.
and being an atheist or a Jew or anything ideological, it's easy to hide.
Mhm.
But being black or a woman, it's impossible to hide. So I give you that. It's out there. It's for the world to know. And there's no real way of knowing, did I get that job? Did I not get that job because I'm a woman and they wanted a guy in there? Or did I not get that opportunity? That did I not get that scholarship because I'm black? I get that too. Because we can hide our minority. They can't. Some people can't hide their minority.
Did I not get that loan because of my skin color?
The loan alone is a big thing.
Did
Yeah.
I not get that house? Or-
Okay. I get you.
And I think part of that is, you can look at the three of us, and we've all been out there. If you don't get what you're about to see when the name of the act is liberal atheist comic, you're too stupid to even find your way to the club.
You just mentioned institutionalized and systemic, structural, systemic, and institutionalized. Three words that me as a centrist would never use. So you are way more left than I am. But
Absolutely.
You're going, yeah.
In my heart, you said that you voted for Sanders.
Yes.
In my heart, I am with all of the Sanders policies.
Yep.
But I have so little faith in the ability of the average citizen to get beyond the word socialism that I went in another direction just because I don't think that the average person out there can handle it. They don't understand what the word means. What really gets me is the people that are on Medicare, Medicaid, and VA healthcare administered by the government, saying that they won't put up with socialized medicine. Are you fucking kidding me?
K through 12 is already socialized, but grade 13 through 17 is socialism? What?
It's crazy.
Think about it.
But how many
free
people?
college for all and no student debt? You go, oh God, it's fucking socialist. Guess what? From kindergarten to your senior year in high school is socialized already, and you don't give a tinker's cuss about that.
I think there's something else going on with Sanders as well, and it is so ironic. A lot of the evangelicals and Christians are pro-Israel out the ass. And
That's for a different reason, though.
Even
That's the
Democrats.
fulfill-
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Even Democrats that are Christians are pro-Israel.
But that's to fulfill biblical
Hold on.
prophecy.
Hold on. And Sanders is a Jew or Jewish, and I
Mhm.
can see them voting against him just because he's Jewish, even though they are pro-Israel.
Jesus was a Jew.
I understand that, but they'll still vote against him because he's not Christian.
It's funny, the most anti-Semitic people are also pro-Israel. And you know why?
Mm-hmm.
Jews killed Jesus, so we hate the Jews.
Yep.
But we're pro-Israel because we need revelation to happen.
Yep.
And all the prophecies were the end times. We need Israel to be there so it can fulfill our little dumb little prophecy that the end times are going to happen there in not Mount Golgotha. Where's it? Megiddo, Armageddon. The Armageddon is not a time. It's not an event. It is a location. Armageddon is Megiddo. That's where all the kings come together and the war is going to start.
And like I told you,
Did you know that?
What my mom said?
Yeah.
The biggest Christian mission in the world is to convert Jews to Christianity,
Yeah.
even though Jews are supposedly the chosen people of God.
Yeah, but they're 0.2% of the world population right now. They're not a threat. You know why? Because they don't evangelize. They don't go on TV and ask for thousands of dollars.
Yes, but explain that to
Judaism
me.
is dying.
Explain it to me that Christians believe they have to convert the chosen people of God to Christianity.
If you're a Christian, if you want to convert people, convert what's the number 2 religion right now? The one that
nuns.
Nope.
Getting close though.
We're not.
Are you talking about
We're a religious
Islam?
demographic.
Right.
If you include
We're a
us, I think
demographic.
we're in two. We're
You said
still like
religion,
number.
I'm sorry.
No,
Second
if you
biggest
include the
religion.
nuns, if you include secular, atheist, agnostic, humanist, I think we're number 3,
But
and
we're
we're
not
still.
religion.
Yeah, but
That's what you said, religion.
in the religious demographic, I think we're still like
So
number
this
3-ish.
Number 2 is Hindu, right?
No,
Is
the
Islam?
ones that love to fly planes into buildings, the ones that think that murdering yourself is. That's number 2. That's who you should be going after. That's who you should be converting.
I don't think they like to fly planes in the building. Just
you mean the Scientologist?
little group of them that did.
The most dangerous religion on the planet, bar none.
The Mormons.
Okay.
Wait, I'm getting confused. I don't know where we're going with this.
Well,
No,
if
neither.
by owning a lot of real estate in America
Mhm.
is dangerous, then yes, the Mormons. Because they own,
Catholics.
I think the Mormons might have more real estate
Well, in
ownings
Salt Lake
than
City,
even the
at least.
Catholic Church.
Utah,
Yeah.
maybe.
All right, Carl, last number. Pick a number between
Well,
one.
Jim, for all the shit that we say here is going to cause any problems. I mean, if we didn't get popped for the last thing that we did, this is a walk in the park.
There's going to be so much hate comments in this video. I don't even want. Could you please read them for me, because I don't want to read them.
Yeah.
There's going to be hate comments at the. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore.
For the last
All right.
narration we just did.
Oh, no. This will get more hate comments than that narration.
Okay.
You got to see some of the videos that
We try
that
hard.
we recorded today. Just okay. Today is what is this? March what?
7th.
Today's March 7th.
Mhm.
All right, we just did a 11-hour recording session. We recorded
Oh,
all our
Lord.
videos for the entire rest of the month of March and into April, right? And so for those of you watching like later on, if it's April right now for you all, we recorded this March 7th. Some of those are really good. So I'm very proud of what we just put out. You're going to shit yourself when you see them. So.
Now
Well, before we go, Jim, would it be okay if I mentioned that if people want to find me, they can do so at
Yes.
Liberal Atheist Comic on YouTube or liberalatheistcomic.com or libatheistcomic on Twitter.
Libatheist Comic on Twitter.
Yeah.
And Liberal Atheist Comic on is it Facebook?
Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, that's where I see all the really. I love that. I'm always sharing and liking that. Hopefully enough to your taste, but you and there's another channel, a YouTube channel, and you kind of equal in view count too. He's called the. Come on, help me out.
Who?
It's
Comic?
no. Carl's a comedian, but
Mhm.
this guy's called the liberal. The atheist, it's something very close to atheist liberal, so sometimes I get confused,
I
but
hope you got a copyright.
no, no, he's good. Liberal atheist comic.
That's him.
And yeah, exactly.
That's me.
You're right. There's an progressive liberal atheist, that's it.
Ah, okay, I'll check it out.
Progressive liberal atheist. He does a
PLA.
lot of live shows, so yeah, they're equal in view
Wait a
count.
minute, wait. PLA? Wasn't that a Palestinian Liberation Army?
PLO.
PLO,
Oh well,
Palestinian
he was on-
Liberation Organization.
he was so close.
You were close. And the fact that you know that, you just dated yourself because kids aren't going to know what
I would date
about.
myself. I'm a good date.
Carl.
Well, I still have a little trouser heat left.
That's why I like
Anyway,
about myself.
Carl,
Anyway,
it's a great channel. We wouldn't keep having him back on the show if we did. That Socialist Party, he ruffled a lot of feathers
Mhm.
because there was some really woke crowd at that place, and there was a lot of people just clutching their pearls.
yeah.
But if you go back and watch that video, you hear me, Chris, Courtney, everyone in Atheist
Randy.
Edge, Randy,
He was
laughing their asses off.
I was too. Yeah.
And you know what? It wasn't crickets and tumbleweeds when he was talking. When he was saying his shit, there was a core group of people that understand that there should be no boundaries in comedy. And for everyone that was clutching their pearls, there was an equal number of people that were just dying.
Yeah,
they
I
were
was
laughing their asses off.
My ass off, yeah.
So you can't please everybody. And
Who wants to?
Not trying though.
right. And keep doing what you're doing and don't change, because as soon as don't think you're going to play to a college crowd anytime soon. Let's just say that. All right. Last thing, last number, 1 to 100.
59.
Where do you get these questions anyhow?
A lot of them are rectally derived.
I don't want to know about that.
If you could have any, take your time to think about this. If you could have any superpower on Earth, what would it be? I always alternate between invisibility and mind reading for some reason. I don't know why, but
Just call me Deadpool for the snarkiness. You know, I love the ability to heal, but I'd go Deadpool 100%. That'd be me.
you can never die. You can never
Yeah.
die. Yeah, but would you use it to fight crime?
Not so much.
But how would you use your Deadpool abilities? Just for the snarkiness?
Yeah, I mean, I just love the character. And again, you were talking about what would the world look like if I was populating everything, somewhat like that. You just don't take things too seriously, and you move on.
It's funny that he bases his decision on the personality of the superhero itself, the Ryan Reynolds snarky, ironic type personality. You don't care so much about the abilities, you care about just the personality of the person that has the ability.
Yeah, you know, I'm not big on the Marvel franchises, any of the superhero kind of stuff. But I absolutely love Ryan Reynolds in damn near anything, and particularly in Deadpool. So it's just one of those things that I don't embrace the way most people do.
Have you guys seen Van Wilder?
Hold on, I have a superpower.
Oh, go ahead.
My superpower would be to anywhere I stand, all the people around me have to tell the truth.
Wonder
So-
Woman. That's Wonder Woman.
Well,
She's
I
got
just-
the golden lasso.
I don't have a golden lasso. I just have to be close to you, and I would go straight to Washington D.C. to the White House.
During the press conference,
Mhm.
while Mike Pence is up there
Yep.
talking about virus.
Oh no! I'm going to the. I'm going to.
Oh,
the big,
I just said the word. I'm gonna have to cut that out.
I'm going to go to
Yeah.
himself, and say, "Hey, man, what did you shoot on the golf range the other day? And have you had sex with your daughter?
He hasn't had sex with his daughter.
You want to think so?
Nope.
Not yet. Does he want to have
No.
sex with his daughter?
Ooh, that's a good.
Want to?
No. It wouldn't be like that. It would just be like.
Wait. If you could ask,
where did you have the bodies? How about that?
if you could ask Trump one question, and you would get an actual honest answer, what would you ask him? That's a good question.
You need to write that one down.
No, I'm asking you guys.
I got that superpower. Okay.
I would ask him the sources of all of his income.
Ooh, that's good. I would ask him, did you originally want to be president at all, or was just a publicity stunt that went afoul?
I think I would bet you any amount of money it was a publicity stunt that went afoul. It reminds me very much of that old movie, The Candidate, with Robert Redford in it.
The original.
And you're never going to win. It's impossible for you to win. And then the very last scene, he wins, and he just looks at the guy that promoted this whole fiasco, and what do we do now? You know, it was a campaign he was never going to possibly win. And I think that's probably where Trump was on election night.
Did you see the famous photo of Melania on election night when she found out he won? She was like this.
Mhm.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
I would like to know if there is
What
any
have we done?
collusion with Russia and
Oh.
what their
Well, that's a
hold is
given.
on him,
We already know the answer to that one.
and
I
if
wouldn't
he
even
really
ask
does
that.
like a golden shower.
But you know, the
That's a
thing
good one.
is,
Did you have sex with those 2 Russian prostitutes in Moscow? That'd be a good one.
but you can get a lot of these kind of answers, I think, if you knew what his source of income was.
Probably.
You know, is part and parcel of his business getting money from Russian oligarchs,
Oh,
Russian banks?
Or which
Are you laundering money through your condos and your properties around the world?
oh, shit.
I like my
I didn't even
superpower.
think of that.
See,
Yeah, that's a good truth.
I'll get laid with it.
Yeah. I don't know how you can getting laid with it.
Hmm?
How many times can you use your power? Like unlimited?
Yes.
All right. Oh, shit. You get laid and you can expose Trump.
Yep.
That's a win-win.
I don't think I want to do that at the same time though.
All right. We're done. It is, wow. We're at way over 12 hours of recording time. Thank you, Carl, for helping us. Thank you for helping us fill the gap in recording. This is not going to go out for at least a month, but I will give you a heads up when it does go out.
Sounds great. Good seeing you guys.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
We're not worthy.
Okay.
We're not worthy.
Bye-bye now.
Take care, buddies.